can you imagine just sitting in your apartment for even 10 minutes without your TV on, without your Facebook, without your cell phone, and just be quiet with it?
There's lots in the media about what it takes for women to be successful in the workplace, but there's also this question about balancing their feminine and masculine energy. So what do you think it actually takes for a woman to be successful?
Well, again, how do you define success? That's the biggest issue. That's what women are writing to me all the time at marsvenus.com. It's the biggest show, which is, can women have it all?
Yeah.
And from my point of view, women can have it all, but not at the same time. You know, why do we have to have it all now? You know, I live with my wife of 28 years. She has it all. She has a husband who works hard. She works hard sometimes. Then she has kids. Then suddenly she's working part-time. When she's breastfeeding, she's not working at all. Then she starts working part-time. Kids grow up. She's working full-time. Kids have babies. Now she's part-time work. And she's grandmother part-time. You know, it's a big life. We have to think of 100 years, you know. Do we have to do everything now? And yes, some people do want to do it all now. That's their choice. And for those people who want it all now, you can still have it all, but you don't have to do it all. So you have to become really good at delegating responsibility. You have to be really good at learning how to ask for help, ask for support, and create partnerships in your life so you have the support so you can do it all. That way so you can have it all, but you have other people to help you do it all.
I mean, I agree, and also want to say, to take a turn, that I like to say, if a woman can have her masculine essence in service of her feminine, then we're talking. Meaning, if your feminine essence is why you do it, and the ways that you're passionate, and your big why, or big possibility, most of us are disconnected from that, and then our masculine essence is getting it done. And if our masculine essence can be in service to our why and to our inspiration, then you have a lot left over when you're done with your workday.
What does that practically look like?
You know, it can be even a visual reminder, like this is the person, this is the client I'm serving, or this is the greater inspiring message that we're working for. I see it every day. That means while I'm emailing or I'm going to another meeting, it's less soul-sucking and overworking me, because it's still connected to something that's juicing me up.
And I agree with that. I also think that people have this idea of success that we define it as, you know, reaching a certain level on the corporate ladder, or making a certain amount of money, or getting married, or having kids. And what happens is women place their worth on those things instead of just being satisfied with who they are. And the imbalance in the masculine feminine is the masculine wanting to do and denying the feminine, and they're kind of chasing the carrot. And they forget why they even want what the thing they want in the first place, and they feel really out of balance and really drained. And what's happening is they're not going inside and saying, what is really important to me? What is my whole life? Is success also being with someone I love, and actually having a peaceful life, and having, you know, space in my day for me? You know?
Time. What I see is like women that need to value, that's their most important thing. And men don't think about that. Men are thinking money, and women civilize men by saying, wait a second, you can't work all the time. I need your attention. Our family needs your attention. And that helps bring men back to balance. And when women are out of balance, men are lost.
Yeah, well, and I think a lot of times we get into that overdrive because we're just wanting to be distracted, and we feel uncomfortable just being alone with ourselves. And can you imagine just sitting in your apartment for even 10 minutes without your TV on, without your Facebook, without your cell phone, and just be quiet with it? Or maybe you can.
Imagine it. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy.
But I swear, in 5 minutes, your mind will be like, "Oh, I should check my email. I should do this." And we just have this. We have it available all over, that we just don't have that space anymore, and so we're filling up our lives with things that don't mean anything.
I also think it's really hard to be a working mother. If
amen to that.
with my kids, I feel guilty I'm not working more, and if I'm working, I feel guilty I'm not with my kids. And that's a common dilemma for parents, particularly women. Every working mother I know feels that way, and will feel that way throughout the lifetime of their children.
And people are trying to tell women not to feel guilty. And my thing is listen to your feelings. It's so important for women to listen to their feelings and go into it and start doing more of what they feel good about. When you do what you feel good about, then you're doing what you were saying about doing the juice of life. You know, you can't just be getting lost in the world where men are lost. I mean, women really bring out the best in men, but when women become too much like men, we're all lost. And
Well,
this is what's happening.
I agree, but I also think I feel great being with my kids, and I feel great being at work.
Yeah, but when
So
you
it's
feel
a
guilty.
challenge.
But it's that you got to find the balance. And how do you know the balance point is what makes me feel good? You have to find that within yourself. But today there's so much pressure on women that you should be making more money, you should be getting to the top. Why aren't women getting through the glass ceiling? I asked the women who are way up there close, why didn't you take this opportunity? And they basically said, look, I'm making well over 100 grand a year. Why do I need to work so much? I value time at this point more than the money.
And I think women feel like if I do that, if I push through that ceiling, then I have to sacrifice my family.
Absolutely.
And
Yes,
men
you
feel
do.
like if I push through that to get successful, then I'm sacrificing for my family.
That's nice, a distinction. So we feel like we're having it all if we have a happy wife. You know, sometimes women are saying, gee, men have it all. Well, men aren't being with their children, but when you have a happy wife and she's with your children, a man feels like I'm with my children because I'm providing for her and my family. So that sense of being there. But a woman has a deeper connection, or a different connection, I might want to say. She wants to be in that presence. And from my point of view, those children need her to be in their presence, particularly when they're young.
Yeah, I think this is an incredibly complicated question. If you're women like me, come watch this video again because the answers are in here, but you got to work at it.